me, how long have you been under quarantine?
More than 3 months, I think. I had to come back to a tiny apartment. It was like a maybe 32 meters square. I was with my girlfriend and my little kid. So to live all together there, it was insane too.
Pobre tipo infradotado, mala leche, cagón, soberbio, mal compañero, egoísta, infeliz, autoritario, ignorante, ausente.
¿Pasar la toalla?
Empecé la toalla. Acá tenés tu toalla.
So I had this little space that is the bathtub. And I spent there maybe, I don't know, but maybe 2 hours per day just trying to work peacefully from there. And then I shoot a spot for a wine. And then I met this director. And he told me, why don't we try to do something else with all the things? And I say, okay, but I can start every day after 12 a.m. So we start to think on short stories about the people around the world because everybody is in the same thing right now. And basically we shoot more than 12 short films in a month and a half. And I couldn't sleep for the last, 8 weeks. But anyway, I'm happy with that. I think that project just kind of saved me at some point.
Tell me, what was the idea for the first one to start this whole explosion?
The first one is Alaska, and it's a little girl that is called Uki. There in Alaska, they live isolated by the place and by the weather. And we thought this is kind of similar of what is happening now in the whole world. And what about this little girl thinking on that?
She said it gets stronger in the cold. Just like we do.
And tell me how you're finding the stories to tell from around the world.
In the beginning, I started just writing like general thinkings on that. But then, and talking with Luis, we said there's maybe some interesting stories about unique people that shares some of the same feelings that all we have. So maybe we can just try to make it more unique. It was like talking in a Zoom, like 4 people, and say like, what is happening to you? How you feel with a DOP, for example. You live with your girlfriend, and what happened with her? And I don't know, he says, she's in a loop. And then that was the idea for the other of the shots that are there in Barcelona. There is in a constant loop. We have one that is in London, in an empty London, with a poem of William Blake.
To perish in the night.
Another one is in Brazil, about the sun, the vitamin D, and the nudes. We have one in LA that is a guy that misses her daughter a lot. We wrote a song, all different people singing what they want to do when all this finished. We have one in animation that is like sexual organs locked down in a lonely way. But everyone is different. We have moments, so I think that's one of the things about these shots, that you can feel reflected at least in one of them. By the way, the name is Pandemos, came from the Greek, and it means common to all people. So I think it has some sense. And the good thing about this is it was so collaborative in all ways. We say, okay, we can just work with people around the world. I called a friend in Alaska, Luis, that is the name of the director, called some friends in London and in LA. And then we start working. A production company just jump in, and then audio mixers, musicians, DOPs around the world, directors, more than 100 people working on that. And it was like a pro bono project.
How difficult was it to get people to want to donate the time and the creativity and the effort to get them made?
And that's the other thing that is crazy. It was so simple because everybody had the same feeling about, I need to do something else.
There's a lot of theories around the power of constraints on creativity. This feels like an amazing example of that you can't leave. You almost set rules around it. You have to be in a bathtub after midnight, and then just connections with other people, and just an endless stream of stories came out.
I think for the first time, at least in my life, this is so common to everywhere that it feels like a little different this time. And I hope we can learn at least some things. But I think it's like the power of a lot of people trying to do the same shit. It works. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I think if we can just work more like this in different ways, it will be better for everybody. Well, so I hope we can see you soon.
When? How?
I don't know, next can.
Yeah, next game.